Hello viewers, you are welcome to the show. This is the Premier Sports Fan Center, and today we bring to you the live segment of the Europa League. We have series of matches lined up for today. We have Manchester United vs Barcelona, Ajax vs Union Berlin, Salzburg vs Roma, then Shakhtar Donetsk vs Rennes. The remaining matches will be played by 9, but right now we are going to bring to you live the matches. These 4 matches being played right now. With me, all in the studio, is Mr. Yemite. Mr. Yemite, the man that can analyze football more than octopus. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, right. All right, the match is on Man U vs Barcelona, and it is 20 minutes into the first half. Goalless draw, we see, and we've seen spectacular football so far. Attacking from both sides. Man U attacking and Barcelona also attacking. What is your thought?
Things can just switch all of a sudden. But that doesn't still mean they won't give us the beautiful spectacle that we call football. Yeah. And let's see what the giants of European football brings to play today. And let's enjoy this showpiece called football.
Yes, let us enjoy this showpiece called football. Let us look at the lineup. The lineup, Barcelona is having 4-3-3 tactics, while Manchester United is having 4-2-3-1 tactics. So what does it tell?
You know, Barcelona tactics mainly, I think they want to attack. They play the 4-3-3 formation. Meanwhile, Man U wants to defend more and try to hit on the counter with the 4-2-3-1 formation, because they have more bodies in the midfield than up front. So it has been an interesting game so far.
Yes, it's been an interesting game so far. Let us go and give you a report of the matches being played. It is Shakhtar Donetsk who have scored 1 in the 11 minutes versus Stade Rennes of France. I think that is the first goal scored so far in the 4 matches being played. Coming back right back, we can see Lewandowski in the lineup of Barcelona, and right there is playing, the last man of Barcelona. When we have Rafinha, the right side, and the likes of them.
Yes, and Gavi.
And Lewandowski has been consistent when it comes to goal. Like in the Champions League, he has played 5 matches and scored 5 goals in the Champions League. In the Super Cup, which they won, he played 2 matches and scored 2 goals. In the La Liga, he played 18 matches and scored 14 goals. So that's to tell you that he has been consistent in goal scoring so far.
Of course. Lewandowski is a goal puncher. He scores goals. Like when you say, the older the wine, the better the taste. So it's like Lewandowski is getting older, and the more older he gets, he keeps bringing in the goals. He's a fantastic player, no doubt.
And I think he's a player to look out for today.
Of course.
And also Rashford. Rashford has been consistent in scoring goals. Yeah. Right now, he's one of the top scorers in the Premier League. I think he has 12 goals for on his record. And he has been scoring back to back. Yeah. Are you expecting any goal from him today?
Of course. He's a man in form. He has been scoring goals. And there's something about form. When you eat that form, the lion inside you is expressing itself. There are times that, you can go off form. But when you are in form and you know how to master your piece together, you can score more than, straight games, 15 games. And we can see what Messi and Ronaldo has done. So just master how you can bring your pieces together and turn it to a good spectacle for us to behold.
But right now, this very particular match, Barcelona vs Manchester United, on your own calculation, as a one-time footballer, and now you are still playing football also.
Yes,
Yes, sir. As
play
a
for
footballer,
fun.
let me talk about you are playing for fun,
Yes.
not for you are not
Yeah,
playing.
you know,
you are not
age
playing
and
football
all.
again. You are playing for fun, right?
Yeah.
As one-time footballer and playing for fun footballer for now. What do you think will be the outcome of this match? Who is going to win this match?
You know, with the way they've started,
Yeah.
this game looks more like a game that Manchester United can edge. Because based on what I've seen so far, Manchester United have created the best chances. But you know, football is 90 minutes game. This is just 26 minutes. And so you can't say that 100% Man U will win. But it's tilting towards Man U
All right.
percentage.
All right. Now, Casemiro is back. Of course, he has red card in the Premier League. I think
Yeah.
he has
So
completed remaining one match.
He still has
I think that the 2 matches have been played where he was not featured. I think it's remaining one. It's 3 matches, right?
3 matches.
Yeah. Right now, it's in the Europa League. So what does that bring to the table of Manchester United?
It brings solidity, it brings cover, it brings shield. And you know, look at it.
Oh, that is a beautiful one. Almost.
A deflection there.
Deflection, yeah.
But,
Corner kick for Manchester United.
yes. He has brought that solidity. You see, attackers, they can flow forward better when you have a solid team at your back. So you can see Fernandes. See, Man U are actually attacking very well. It's due to the fact that they know they have Casemiro.
They have balanced defense.
Yes.
And they have been trying from all angles to score.
You see, they are out. You see, they are out at Barcelona.
Okay, let us talk about one of the back lines, one of the back liners of Barcelona. We have Alonso, who was once a Real Madrid player, and we know the exploit he did in Real Madrid.
Alonso of Barcelona.
Yeah.
No, a former Chelsea player. Look at that chance.
No, not Alonso. Yeah. Otherwise, no, that's not the one I'm talking about. The one from Real Madrid. What is his name? Is it not Alonso?
The guy from Madrid.
Yeah.
I think is this guy that came from
Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos is a PSG player now.
PSG, former
He was a PSG. He's a PSG player now. He left to. You know, Real Madrid and Barca are mostly like enemies.
Right.
So they hardly want to sell best of the best for themselves, except for some few exceptions. But when you look at this game, Lewandowski is a former Bayern player. You have a former Champions League winner, which is Alonso for Chelsea. And you still look at the back, you will see Jules Koundé, a World Cup finalist from this just ended world, the World Cup they just ended. Kessie is a big part of AC Milan's success last season with the Serie A. And when you look at Lewandowski, he has been winning the league back to back for Bayern Munich. So they have enough arsenal to really hurt Man U. But right now, with the first 29 minutes we've seen so far, Man U has been have been making the right ones and the right movement to score. But we are yet to see the goal.
Yeah, it is 28 minutes into the clock and it's still goalless draw for Barcelona vs Manchester United. And the match is heating up, really interesting. And right now you can't predict who will take the day because both teams are really playing. And that's a
That was a good attempt.
That was a good attempt from a set piece.
And Casemiro couldn't get enough
trying to score. You know.
See, whenever it goes forward, you see the pressure on the defense.
And you know, whenever you move out forward, Barcelona they always try to counter them because they know it's not there.
Of course.
They know it's not there, then
Of
nobody
course.
will hold them and
Of
they try
course.
to counter.
Of course. You know, this is a competition, a knockout football. That means the opponent you see is your enemy.
Yeah.
And what you just want to do is look at the best time to hurt your enemy, especially when they are weak. So when you say, okay, their best defender is not around, what do? You hurt them when it pains them the most. And that's the way to go.
Now, let's talk about trophies for the season. Barcelona have won their first trophy this Super Cup.
The Super
Yeah,
Cup.
they defeated Real Madrid 3-1 to pick the trophy. Manchester United have not picked the trophy, but they have qualified for the
final of
the final of the Carling Cup, and then on the 26th we'll be expecting them against Newcastle United. So both of them, let me say, they are champions, and this very particular match now will tell us who is more champion.
You know, this kind of games you can't expect them to really deploy to give in their best, because many of these big teams, they tend to see Europa League more as a distraction. You know why? It's Thursday night football, and when you play Thursday, you want to play on Saturday or Sunday. It stretch your squad. When you stretch those players, you know, they are human beings too. So when you stretch them too much, they tend to have, you know, injuries start setting in, fatigue, and you can't, you know, when they are fatigued, you can't really get the best out of them. So that's why Thursday night football is not really the best if you really want to be the champion.
Right. If you really want to be the champion, Thursday night football is not the best. Let's go round the clock. Let's see what the other teams are playing in this Europa League. Ajax vs Union Berlin is still goalless draw. Barcelona vs Manchester United 0-0. Salzburg vs Roma 0-0. Then Shakhtar Donetsk vs Stade Reims of France is 1-0 in favor of Shakhtar Donetsk. That is the only goal right now out of the 4 matches being played. So in the match between Ajax, let's just quickly, you know, talk Ajax vs Union Berlin. Who's taking it?
Ajax, you know, this season Ajax has been hot and cold, and I think it's because they lost a lot of players.
Yeah.
You know, they lost some very key players, especially Anthony that left to Manchester United. And when you lose key players, it will have an effect. In the Eredivisie now, they are not the one on top of the table. I think it's Feyenoord that is topping the table, and Ajax is just trying to come back. So they are not really stable yet, but they have experience in Europe, and I think they have more experience than Union Berlin. Union Berlin too is doing well. They are the second on the table. Led, you know, Bayern is way bigger, but they've grind out some interesting results this season. But the game will be close to call, but because Ajax is at home, I think you should tilt more towards Ajax.
All right. What about them? Salzburg vs Roma.
Salzburg, you know, for some years Salzburg completely dominated Austrian league, but lately Salzburg, you know, they've lost players like, for instance, Haaland, Karim Adeyemi. You know, they've lost some players over time. So that has really, you know, it will have an effect. It will have an adverse effect on them. But with the way it is now, I think Salzburg has been very solid at home.
All right.
And I don't see them losing at home.
Shakhtar Donetsk vs Reims, Stade Reims of France.
You know, Shakhtar Donetsk with the war.
Oh, no, the miss! A beautiful shot by Raiford, but the goalkeeper just died that one.
You know, Ter Stegen has been fantastic being in between the sticks. He has been one of the reasons Barca has been keeping clean sheet.
Wow.
Very solid for them.
Very solid. Look at that play.
You can see a man.
Look at the way Rashford played that ball.
It was not balanced.
It was not balanced, but he still managed to play.
He managed. Oh. And he still got a good force behind the ball.
Look at that.
If not for the full stretching of Ter Stegen, he would have been celebrating a goal now.
All right, let's continue. Who are you giving Shakhtar Donetsk vs Stade Reims?
You know, Shakhtar Donetsk, they've been affected by the war in Ukraine. So they are currently playing their league in Poland.
Right.
So, but, you know, you can't say they will be at their best with such magnitudes of devastation going on in their country. But with that, they've been trying, and they just lost one of their key figures, which is, but I still think they have enough arsenal to win the game. But Stade Reims, they have been doing well too at the Ligue 1. But Stade Reims, to me, they are good at home. And I just think it's just the numbers that will say. I think Stade Reims have the firepower to win their home. Shakhtar Donetsk win their own home. And let's see who scores more.
All right, let's see who scores more. It is 35 minutes into the playtime, the first half of the match between Manchester United and Barcelona. That is another chance for Man U. Oh, the defender was able to clear that one out.
That's a foul on the defense.
Yeah. Still Rashford. Rashford has been pressurizing them, trying to score, you know. And it's
It's Araujo.
Araujo who is down.
Araujo.
Although it was off anyway. It was off. I think that replay has shown that it was off. Yeah. That replay showed it was off. So 35 minutes, let's look at the officiating. How far has it been? Fair?
Of course, the official, so far so good. The referee has done a good job. But let's see till the end. Because sometimes they can commit blunders towards the end of the game.
All right. In just 1 minute, what do you have to say about the coaches? Xavi, I think Xavi, right, is the coach of the Barca and Ten Hag. Yeah. So what do you have to say about his style of play?
You know, Xavi was one of the players that enjoyed the Guardiola era.
Yeah.
So he's more of like the possession-minded coach, where you possess the ball, knock the ball around, and look for loopholes. You know, play 3-3, 4-4 on the field of play, 1-2s, and make runs. So it's something that can, you know, they can play tiki-taka, but more or less, you know, solidly defending too. But he has been a very, very interesting coach to watch his style of play.
Because at the point there was a lot of doubt. And the gear.
Oh, that was
a good save
by Jordi Alba. That was a good attempt and a good save that he forced out of De Gea.
Watch that. Look at the replay.
Look at Wan-Bissaka. How can you
that
be
was
so flat-footed?
No. So is that the penalty?
I don't think so.
Because he went for the ball.
Yes. He had contact.
He had contact with the ball.
He deflected the ball.
Yeah, he had contact with the ball, so it's not a penalty.
It's not a penalty.
Well, let me see what the referee's decision will be. There is a protest from Xavi. He's calling for a penalty. Will the referee give that?
He will protest, but I don't think.
The referee says a corner kick.
Of course, it's the right decision. You know, all these Spanish players, they are really tricky. Spanish, Italian players, Argentines, you know, and some countries like that. They are very trickish. So if the referee doesn't know his A game, you can pressurize him into making some errors that he can be later blamed for.
Yeah. See, they are just playing inside the 18 box of Manchester United, and is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Anything can happen. They can implicate any of the defender and get a penalty.
Barcelona. I've not really seen Rafinha justify the amount Barcelona spent on him to get him from Leeds. I think over 50 million.
Over 50 million.
So,
but a lot of talk about him now. You know, a lot of praises, and a lot of people are satisfied with what he has played so far.
You know, for me, you know, he's he's a winger that can play from both left and right. Okay. And, he can also, you know, he can work as a 8 to assist the striker. But for me, what he has done so far, I don't really see that. This guy, Pedri, I think has done more than... maybe it's because it's his first season in La Liga, but let's wait and see.
All right, let's wait and see what goes on. So we were talking about the coaches. You talked about Xavi, and I think you also wanted to talk about Ten Hag.
Ten Hag. You know, Ten Hag has been a revelation for Man U. I think after Casemiro, he's first. Before Casemiro, is getting Ten Hag to come and manage this team is one of the right decisions that Man U made this season. And it has really showed. They are third on the log.
Yeah.
They are just 5 points away from Arsenal. And the season is still long.
Yeah.
And they are doing well. They are winning their games at home. This season, Manchester United has made their home a slaughter ground. And when you want to win the league, the first thing you do is to make your home a slaughter ground, where you slaughter the opponent, no matter what they come to do.
Yeah.
So Ten Hag has really done a good job. Though they've not really, I've not seen his full imprint on Man U game because he's a possession-based coach. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's showing flashes of good job on ground that they are doing a good job.
All right. This is the 43rd minute into the first half, and it's still goalless draw for Barcelona versus Manchester United. Salzburg versus Roma 0-0. Shakhtar Donetsk versus Stade Rennes remain 1-0. Ajax versus Union Berlin still 0-0. And there is goals are not coming. Probably the second half. I know Manchester United. In their past matches, they've won their matches in the last 30 minutes of the second half. In the last 30 minutes of the second half, they've scored. In the last one they played against, they scored two goals, 30 minutes to the end of the match. Then the previous one, they also scored 2 goals into the,
That's the hallmark of a team that has the spirit. When you play with determination, when you play with the winning mentality, even to the last kick of the game, you want to kill the game up. The sense of urgency, you keep attacking, you keep going at your opponent till you get the desired result. And so far so good, you have seen that the mindset of the Man U players is changing because you can see the work of the coach on the players.
Yeah, we can see the work because there are a lot of them have been awakened. In fact, before the season, I know a lot of Manchester United fans who have been complaining. They were tired of losing, they were tired of drawing, and they changed their coach. And right now, this is what they are getting. I think it's a plus for them.
Of course, it's a plus. Manchester United has really wasted money.
And one thing I want to give it to Ten Hag, he was very cautious when Ronaldo was there. He tried to pamper him as a player, but it was not working.
I think it technically removed him from that team. Because when you have such a big player, a big name, you have to master a way, especially when he's getting to his old age. His glory days
are over.
And you want to start a job. You can't be building it around somebody that's at the tail end of his career. That has almost won everything that's available in football. For him to win, except for the World Cup. So I think the right decision is to let Cristiano Ronaldo go and build the team. And you look at Rashford. Rashford is in his 20s, so he has a future at Man U. So I still think there is more to come.
That's a beautiful counter from Manchester United, and it's Rashford. What did he do? I think he has slowed down, and we can see 7 Barcelona defenders back behind the ball.
Look at this thing now. Summer, I think they will still bring in a proper number 9. So I still think there's still a whole lot to get from this manager. They just need to be more patient with him. With the way it's going, if he spends more time with this team, they can become the league contenders or even Champions League contenders.
Yeah. An update. And Shakhtar Donetsk have made it 2. It is Bondarenko who scored through a penalty kick. So Shakhtar Donetsk 2, Stade Rennes of France 0. I think that is the only goal. Those are the only goals we are having now in the 4 matches being played across Europe.
In the group stage of the Champions League, Shakhtar Donetsk, they made their home. For you to go and defeat them at home, you sweat. It's like you sweat. They made their home solidly their home. And coming into Europa League, you can see that it's now showing. Rennes can go home with as much as 3 goals.
Wow.
Even these 2 goals, they are already in the driving seat to progress to the round of 16.
Yeah.
This
is a playoff stage. This is a playoff stage. And do you think in the second half, I think Shakhtar Donetsk versus Rennes, I think they have come to the end of the first half, and it is 2-0 in favor of Shakhtar Donetsk. Do you think the Rennes can come back to equalize?
In football, anything is possible. All you need to do is just activate the magic box, and things can change. What do I mean by activate the magic box? The coach's input, tactical change, ginger your players. What I mean by ginger is encourage your players, and before you know it, you boost their morale, and they can come and start playing like a roaring lion, seeking wood to death.
It is half-time, Ajax versus Union Berlin. I think the rest will just blow after. And Salzburg versus Roma also. It is the first half have come to an end, and it's left with Barcelona and versus Manchester United. Any moment from now, I think the referee is going to blow the whistle for the end of the first half.
The game has come alive, attacking end to end. Both teams have played good football, but there's still more left to be seen. You know, those clear-cut chances. There have been very few this first half, but maybe that explains why there has not been a goal yet.
All right, I think the referee has blown the whistle, and it is the end of the first half, and it is goalless draw. Nobody has scored. It was a beautiful first half. We've seen a lot of beautiful play. We've seen a lot of European style of playing football. And how do we summarize the first half?
I summarize the first half by saying they've played enjoyable football. It's a beautiful match to watch. Despite there is no goal, the game has been balanced.
Yeah.
And I see a more beautiful second half to watch.
Now, more beautiful second half to watch. Let us look at the substitute. The substitute for both side of the team, what they have in stock, whether they can come up with it. In the lineup of Barcelona, we have the substitute. There is Alarcon, we have Bales, we have Casado, we have Christensen, Fati, Garcia, Pena, Roberto, Tenas, Torre, and Torres. That is the substitute for Barcelona. So
Ferran Torres, they brought in him last season from Manchester City.
Yeah.
And the guy, I think, is just a little bit out of form. Ansu Fati season came back from his injury, has not really come back to the Ansu Fati that they were saying might take over from Messi. And Balde too. Balde has really stepped up. He's a left-legged player, playing from the right, playing from he can play from the right, and he can play from the left back too, both right and left back. So, there's still
all right.
More Arsenal.
We have a caller on the line. Hello.
Hi. Good evening.
Good evening. How do you do?
How do you do too?
I do fine. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel and I'm calling from Ojota.
Oh, Emmanuel from Ojota. Yeah. I wish fan are you? Are you Man U fan or Chelsea fan?
None of the above. I'm a Arsenal fan. I'll just have to I have to be careful with my analysis today.
All right.
We are beating yesterday by City.
Okay. You were beating yesterday. I would have called you yesterday. I was expecting you to call in yesterday. You didn't call.
I can't call that because they are giving us back. They are giving us serious CBT.
So you hide your head. You hide your face. They say if they beat you want to, what's the name? If you don't get money, hide your face. This one he said, if they beat you, hide your face. All right. I hope you are watching the match between Manchester United versus Barcelona.
Yes, I am. I am watching the match.
All right. What are your thoughts? What do you have to say about the match?
That Man U are playing very fine. I think Man U coming out victorious in this game.
Wow.
I must give it to Man U. Man U they are playing fine.
Right. So what about Barcelona?
Yeah, Barcelona. Barcelona. I don't know the problem with them. Their defense are still shaky.
Okay.
Man U don't need to. It's just a matter of time. I can see Man U. Man U had more chances than Barcelona.
Okay.
Yes, I think Man U coming out victorious in this game.
Okay.
I'm not a Man U fan, but they are playing well. They are defending well. The midfield is quite okay for me.
All right. What area of Man U What area of Man U in particular that you like? That what I mean right now, what they are playing? What area?
I think I definitely have to be in the midfield where you have Casemiro. He's
Okay.
been fantastic in that midfield. I can tell you.
All right. It's like Casemiro is one of the best things that has happened to Man U.
I can tell you.
Despite the fact that they always have cards, but anytime he's
Yes.
playing, you always feel his impact.
Yes, exactly.
All right. What is your prediction for this particular match?
Well, even if Man U can just give, I'm looking at a long goal, just a long goal for Man U. They just need that long goal to just kill off the game.
All right. So who do you think can kill off the game for them? Who will cause for that long goal?
Well, I might look at maybe Bruno Fernandes. Maybe just a strike from Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes.
Yes.
All right. So what do you have to say to Premier Sports?
Well, keep watching, keep doing what you are doing, my brother. You are doing a fantastic job.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel, for calling in.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye for now.
You too.
All right. That's Mr. Emmanuel. You have heard him. I said Manchester United is going to take the day. That they like what they are doing in the midfield. That Casemiro has been outstanding in this particular match. Is it what he said now? Is it a real true point?
You know, we spoke earlier about Casemiro.
Yeah.
Whenever I explain Man U plays better. Why? Because, you know, the attackers, they can attack more when they have cover.
Yeah.
It's just something psychological in football. When you have cover, you can go ahead and attack because you know that somebody is at the back that can do the dirty job.
Yeah.
So,
all right. We were talking about the substitute before a call came in, and we have seen the substitute of Barcelona. Now let's look at the substitute of Manchester United. We have Butland, Dalot, Elanga, Garnacho, Houston, Iqbal, Lindelof, Maguire, Maino, and Pelestri.
you know, from the Man U bench, if you want to see guys that can change the game, Garnacho can do
Pelestri?
when he came in against Leeds last week, he made some statements at home at Old Trafford. But I still think a little, but mainly Garnacho can do some dirty job.
It's better. Garnacho is better when you bring him in the second half. It's not a starter. It's not a starter.
No,
you start him, you will not get the best out of him.
He has started some games and he has done a good job with the games he has started. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But with time, he will become a better player because he's still very young.
Apart from Garnacho, it's like the Man U bench. Is it rich or is it poor?
And you can't say it's poor or rich. It's just an average bench.
Yeah.
You can't say they really have strength in depth. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just a bench that's just average. Not bad, not exceptional.
All right. Not bad, not exceptional. So far, let us look at the statistics of the first half. The first half possession goes to Barcelona with 58% and 42% for Manchester United. Goal attempt 7-7. Shot on goal 2 for Barcelona, 3 for Manchester United. Shot off goal 4 for Barcelona and 2 for Manchester United. Block shot 1 for Barcelona, 2 for Manchester United. Free kick 7 for Barcelona, 6 for Manchester United. Corner kicks 3 for Barcelona and 3 for Manchester United. Offside 1 for Manchester United. Goalkeeper save 2-2. You know, it has been a balanced game anyway.
It has been a balanced game. It's just that attacking wise, getting the chances, Man U has edged them, while Barca has edged on the possession, and that's expected because Barca is more of the possession based side. Man U want to hit you hard on the counter, and at any time you just forget yourself. They hurt you really. They can really hurt you when you least expect.
Yeah, they can really hurt when you really expect because we know what they can do. But this particular match, I see Barcelona taking the day?
It's football. Anything can happen. But for me, I see Man U edging.
Yeah, I agree with you that Man U squad is very balanced. It's very balanced. But I just want to let you know that Barcelona will win this match today.
Let's say it's football, but I'm tilting towards Man U.
You are tilting towards Man U. Well, it's tilting towards Man U, and that is the end of the first half. And let's go for a short break. We'll be back in a moment to continue with the second half.
There are two chances, just as you said. Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball and he could have scored. At least he could have given, even if he didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I just go to my this account to say Chelsea has so many substitutes. Bench win matches. We're not talking about the starting 11. Now we have 2 starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's not about 2. Let my 2 and 3 come back. Anybody can anybody collect from Chelsea. Anybody will collect. This season may be awful, but I'm telling you.
Next season. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name is Remene Gbenwe. Don't forget to subscribe. Alpha. It's okay. This is a strong Man U fan. Arsenal versus Zurich. A win for both, automatic qualify. A draw, also qualify. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name is Remene Gbenwe. Please don't forget to subscribe. The teams with the biggest fan zone in the world, Chelsea versus Manchester United. They're about to start their match. And it has been a lot of talking between the fans, Manchester fans and Chelsea fans. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. live segment of the Premier Sports Fan Center show. And we are back here to the second half of the match between Manchester United vs Barcelona, Ajax vs Union Berlin, Salzburg vs Roma, and Shakhtar Donetsk vs Stade of Reims. The second half has just started. And a lot of expectation. And this is the half where most managers keep their technical ability to finish up their opponent.
You know, for the second half, Barca has come out to play. And it's like they've received some instruction to attack, and let's see what they can do with it. And it's still an open game. The two of them are powerhouse in European football. So it's going to be a show.
And there's a big chance for Barcelona is having a very big chance. Oh, it's like Barcelona will score. Oh. Barcelona is having a very big chance to score. And Barcelona have scored the first goal. It's a goal for Barcelona. 1-0 in favor of Barcelona. Oh.
You see, football is time. You can see that when Barca came out.
And the game was scored by Alonso.
They've been scoring, they've been attacking.
Yeah.
So when you attack well, you attack and you just have to get results.
Look at the goal. 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 That must be the goal. Oh.
You know, when you come out, you play, then you get a reward for it sometimes. You know, football can be very fun. Yeah. But since the beginning of the second half, Barca has come out to play. And they deserve the lead.
Yeah, both teams have come out to play for the second half, and it is Barca who have scored the goal through Alonso. You know, let's have that replay of that goal. And that is the goal, through a corner kick.
Yes, that's a good header.
You know, talking about Alonso, he left Chelsea and he came to Barca. I thought maybe they would bench him in Barca. Because one, his tactics is very slow, but it's very accurate, you know, and it's very tricky.
You know, players like this depends on the manager. Yeah. Look at, he's not playing the left back that Chelsea used to deploy. Yeah. He's playing from the centre back.
Yeah. And those days, you know, those days he played for Chelsea, he played left back for Chelsea. He also overlapped to score goals.
But his defending has been very poor, which made Chelsea bring in Ben Chilwell. The season we won the Champions League was because Ben Chilwell did more of the staying at the left back.
Yeah.
It was more of Ben Chilwell at the left back than Alonso. So Alonso is not that fast. And I guess Xavi has looked at it that how best can I use this guy? And he deployed him at the centre back. Yeah. And he has been doing a good job there.
And that was a beautiful goal for Alonso. I think it's a good one. So let's go and see what other people are doing. It's only Barcelona that has scored, Barcelona and Shakhtar Donetsk. And Manchester United, they are going for the kill for a equalizer. Oh, let's see that. Manchester United have a big chance of equalizing. I think the referee gives that.
They will do with it.
Yeah. You know, it's a very interesting match. The match has come alive. And that is the goal. That is the goal. If we cross it, and let's see the magic.
The game is coming alive. It's coming alive.
Coming alive. And it is Rashford who has netted the equalizer.
You see, I told you that Rashford is a player in form. And when you see a player in form, you see what he can bring to the table. And when he brings it, you just have to look at it and say, oh, this is another spectacle to behold.
You know, the goal was scored by Rashford, assist from Fred. You know, Fred has been, consistent. The other time, I was talking to one of, that is the goal. I was talking to one of my Man U fans, and he was saying Fred was not there. But I told him Fred has been considered. Look at a chance, he has those great assists. And Rashford has scored and making it, he has been consistent in scoring goals.
Of course. I told you this match, I'm tilting towards Manchester United. Look at that kind of a response.
Immediately. It was immediately.
You see the way this team is coming, they are becoming scary. Because the confidence is brewing, like they are playing more as a unit. They are doing the right things at the right time, many of the times. And see, when you see a team that is growing stronger, you just have to give it to them. They are really growing stronger. Look at the ball.
No, that's not offside.
That's
Look at the angle he
at the
scored the
tight
goal
angle
from.
he scored.
A very tight angle, but he was able to net it.
Player in form.
Oh no! Please let me give him this. That was a beautiful one.
A player in form is more of psychological thing. His instinct, the confidence level will be very high. So that's why coaches want players that are in form. You can see that Ten Hag is very happy with Rashford. Very, very happy. The last match they played, in the press conference, what they said about Rashford, he's just a manager that is happy to work with Rashford. And why? Because he's in form. Give managers the goals. Give him many of his goals has led to Manchester United's 3 points. And Manchester United, even getting to the final of the Carling Cup, he has been an instrumental figure there. So you just have to say, Rashford, a player in form. Just have to give it.
You see what Varane is playing. Varane is another technical player. Another chance for Man U. What did happen? Oh! That was a close one. That was a close one. Hey, that's a close one. A beautiful one for Manchester United. I think they have come alive. What is happening now? Shot. Oh, what a catch! That is the catch of the century by De Gea. I remember those days when I used to kick. That is how I catch. I fly like a bird and catch the ball and go down with the ball without allowing the ball to bounce. That is a beautiful catch. Watch that replay.
I think that's a foul.
Watch that replay. Oh, look at the catch. Yeah.
He caught the ball and made the attacker look ridiculous. He didn't even force a rebound from him.
No.
He caught it
like a bird.
It was a back pass.
That's a beautiful one. So let's go and see what other people are playing. I think another goal has been scored, and this time around it is Rennes who have scored. I think it is 2-1. Shakhtar Donetsk 2, Rennes 1. Ajax 0, Union Berlin 0, Barcelona 1, Manchester United 1, Salzburg 0, Roma 0, Shakhtar Donetsk 2, and Stade Rennes 1. That is the result so far. It's becoming very, very interesting.
Yeah, second half, the game is beginning to come alive. And we are still yet to see the best. The best is still yet to come.
I want to talk about the psychological balance of this Manchester United squad. They are playing a very mature ball right now as I talk to you. They are positioning, they are passing, though their passing is not accurate, but if I want to score them, I will score them 70% accuracy when it comes to passing. Their determination is high, and they were not even worried about the goal scored. They look at it as a normal thing, and here they have scored a equalizer. So what do you have to say about that?
It's just end-to-end stuff. It's just a match that the two are not respecting each other. They want to come at each other and play and see who goes on with the victory. And it has been a beautiful showpiece of football. And we are just here, just enjoying the game. I told you the first half was sweet, and the second half, you can see goals, because the name of the game is goals. You just have to shout and scream your head off, and enjoy this showpiece.
Wow. Now, I want to talk about Weghorst. Weghorst is the last man in the forward line. You understand? And he has not been scoring goals because that is what he was brought to do. But has he been making any impact in the team?
Of course, he has been holding up play. He has been drawing defenders to himself. One of the reasons that it's even easier for Rashford to continue scoring. You know, when you have a striker that absorbs defenders to himself, your number 8 people around you can enjoy you drawing defenders to yourself, and they are free hand to hurt the opponent. So that has been working for them too. But he has not really lived up to the expectation, but it's not that bad. It's not bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not
But any moment we expect a goal from him. Is that sign? Are there signs that he's going to score? Because Manchester United have scored, and it is 2-1 in favor of Manchester United. No, it's not going to follow. You see the goal.
You see, I told you that this match, I'm tilting.
And look at it. Look at the movement. Look at the movement. Look at the movement.
Tilting towards Manchester United. You know, I told you earlier.
It's an own goal. It's scored by Koundé.
Koundé.
Yeah, Koundé.
The French guy.
An own goal. Yeah. I think he was pressurized.
No, it's not mainly about pressure. Sometimes you just make mistakes in football. Sometimes you can make mistakes under pressure. Yes, you have tendency to make more mistakes, but it's just football. Sometimes deflection, sometimes you want to clear the ball before you know it is in the net.
You see what Rashford did? And that is the goal. You see that is the goal.
You see that's not a mistake. That's just
a pressure.
He sent a dangerous cross.
It was. It's a team play. You know what I'm saying? It's a team play for Manchester United. The team play. You see, Fernandes was there, was part of it. Rashford was part of it. Casemiro was part of it. Varane was part of it. A team play, and it forced Barcelona to score themselves.
Yes, when you're under pressure, you make mistakes. When they pressurize you, you make mistakes many of the times. If you don't know how to soak pressure, it can be dangerous. You see the movement of Rashford.
Look at it. I see that beaten by. Look at that turn by. Casemiro. Was it Casemiro? It's too much. Okay, it's Fernandes that did that flipping.
Yes.
And then, Varane was part of it. You see the combination. And Barcelona was forced to score themselves.
Of course. That's how it is sometimes. VR, we have to check.
What are they checking?
The reaction.
The reaction?
Yes.
But there was no rough reaction there.
They have to check.
Well, let's see what the VR will come up with. The VAR, let's see what they come up with.
I think the goal stands.
The goal stands.
The goal stands.
The goal is supposed to stand because it is very clear. Right here we are watching it.
Goal.
It's an own goal.
Yes.
And that's 2-1 for Manchester United. Beautiful one.
Sometimes funny things happen in football.
Yeah.
Especially, when they quote the part of the law that says referee's discretion.
You see, Manchester United have done it again.
English.
Yeah, Manchester United have done it again. I told you that they win their matches in the second half. In their last 3 matches, it is the second half they did all the damage. And right now we are seeing it again in less than 6 minutes. They have scored 2 goals. They scored the first one in the 53rd minute, and they scored the second one in the 59th minute. That is 6 minutes. In less than 6 minutes, they have scored 2 goals.
Yeah, of course. They are a team in form. Manchester United, they are a team in form. If they can win away from home, I think the second.
And now they are going for another one. They are going for another killer, and Rashford. Oh, he beat the man. Who is there to take the shot? It is Fred, and it's a goal kick.
A try from Wan-Bissaka. And another thing is, the coach has been able to really
that was a deflection.
Players. Wan-Bissaka has really improved under Ten Hag.
Look at that goal. A replay of that goal. Cross.
I think what made the boy go was because it's an own goal. If he had met a Man player, I think they would have whistled an offside.
So Rashford celebrated the goal, but the goal was not given to him. It was counted as an own goal.
Yeah, of course, it's an own goal. But it was the one that brought in the dangerous cross. Yeah. That cross is a tease. They call it teasing ball. It teases that if you are not careful, you make the wrong touch to it. It can end up in your net. So that's what happened.
If Barcelona eventually lost this match, and though they are on top of their league. So they still have opportunity to be at the Champions League.
Of course.
So
They are topping the league comfortably.
they're topping the league comfortably. So through that assist, they can get to the Champions League.
Yes, through that channel.
Yeah, through that channel, they can get to the Champions League.
Yes, of course.
So it's not, but they are now playing for pride.
Of course, these are two powerhouses. This fixture has been a Champions League final.
Yeah.
And now it's not a Europa League playoff match. So, but what can we say? Football, trends change and things change too. But I see them coming back to the Barca and the Man U we've known before.
Okay, let's go and see an update. I think a goal has been scored in one of the matches, and it is Union Berlin who have scored against Ajax. 1-0 in favor of Union Berlin. Barcelona 1, Manchester United 2. Salzburg 0, Roma 0. Shakhtar Donetsk 2, Stade 1. So, you said this before, that Ajax was not in a good form because I think they sold some of their players and they have not really been, they are not in top of their leagues. And here we have Union Berlin, a German team who is in second on the table, the German table, and they have scored a goal right now.
You see, Ajax is off and on. But it's football. And these teams, they believe in young talent. You can just ginger a boy, bring in him, give him confidence, and boom, another star is built.
So the Union Berlin goal is under review by VAR. I don't know whether to be given on to them. I think there is a possible handball check. So let's see whether the referee will give it to them.
Let's see. If it's an handball, we'll see the...
Oh, the goal has been cancelled. The goal has been cancelled. The VAR has cancelled the goal. And it's stand 0-0. The goal is still 0-0 between Ajax and Union Berlin. So let's go back to the match between Manchester United versus Barcelona. The both teams have the possibility of qualifying for the Champions League through their domestic leagues. Because right now, Manchester United is in third in the Premier League. Barcelona is topping it. So they don't really need the Europa, do they?
They don't really need it.
But if eventually Man United did not stay at the top 4, because in England you can't predict it right now. We can't conclude that Man U will be at the top 4.
With the way Man U is going, with the way Man U is going, I see them staying put at that top 4 position. I see them being one of the Champions League going team. And I think Man U will do well this season. At least, worst come to worst, they will end up at the Champions League spots.
All right. We talked about Casemiro before the commencement of the match. Ten Hag has been handed a yellow card for protesting. A yellow card for protesting. Did he deserve that? It's like he crossed his line.
I think he said something he shouldn't have said. They had to call the referee to come and call him to order. With the yellow card, he will calm down. Because another yellow card is a red card, and that means he will miss the second match.
Yes. Yellow card handed to Casemiro. Again. Oh, Casemiro. The man, the chief of staff of cards.
Christensen is in. They bring in as Fati.
Christensen in and Fati in also. Jordi Alba out.
And they bring in Balde
I
too.
don't know why Casemiro is always on the card sheet. He's a professional card collector.
I know, he's a DM.
But there are some unnecessary cards he collects. Because why is he, there are those who are protesting, there are those who are, why must he be harsh? Because right now, it is not because he had a very bad tackle, but it's probably what he said.
I can't really say for now because I can't see the main reason clearly. But you know Casemiro now. When you collect cards to a point, you get used to it.
Well, I was about talking about Casemiro. I said at the beginning of our show, we talked about his impact in the Manchester United squad. And we talked about how he has been. So far, we have seen the match. It is 71st minute of the match. How will you rate his play?
Casemiro has been solid.
Yeah.
That's just a word. You know, the Barcelona goal came from a dead ball situation, a corner kick. So you can't really blame that on him. But when we talk about run of play, Casemiro has been a cover, a solid shield for them. And the game is turning up well, especially for Manchester United.
We also talked about Lewandowski at the start of the match. We also, and a lot of expectation. We are expecting him to score because he has been consistent in goal scoring. We talked about his La Liga exploit that he has scored. He has played 18 matches and scored 14. In the Champions League, he played 5 matches and scored 5 goals. In the Super Cup, he played 2 matches and scored 2 goals. And right now, we have been expecting him to score, and we have not seen anything from him. Are you still expecting any goal at the 72nd minute?
He's a fantastic player, so he can bring out something out of nothing. The game is still close, it's just 2-1. Yeah. And I think in European football now, there's nothing like a way goal rule or anything.
Yeah.
You just have to play and they calculate the scores. So the game is still very much open. The game is very much open. And Lewandowski can still turn up. He can turn up. Because he's a big match player.
Right.
And he's also a match winner. So he can determine the pace and the result of the game. So Casemiro is fantastic and he can do a fantastic job.
You know, when you talk about Barcelona, the first thing that comes to your mind, from history. When you talk about Barcelona, I'm talking about Barcelona right now. The first thing that comes to your mind, you always remember Messi, all the exploits he did.
Yes.
And right now he's with PSG, and there is rumor that Barcelona also want to bring him back.
Of course, a legend like that, you want to give him a proper goodbye.
Okay.
The way Messi left in an awkward way, you can't really say that's the best way he should have left. But I think that's one of the reasons the Barcelona team, Laporta, wants to bring him back.
But because right now, Messi have not signed he has not signed a new contract with Paris Saint-Germain. Now the people at the first bid is this Club Miami from MLS. You understand? They are the one who are in front bid to buy Messi, and Barcelona they are second. So if they need to bring him back, they have to break the bank.
I don't see it. He will go on a free if he wants to leave PSG now. And there are some clubs that you still have soft spot for. So Messi will forever have soft spot for Barca. And if Barca really wants him, I think they can get him. They can get him.
Right.
They can get him.
And then, do you think Messi will still make impact in this very particular sport?
Of course. But now the job will not be too much on you. Because there's now Lewandowski to share the responsibility with amongst other players.
And there are more younger players too.
Yes, so it will be less work for Messi. And his La Liga is not as special as the Premier League. But left to me, I would have loved Messi to come to the Premier League and at least have a taste of it.
Have a taste of it.
Let's see what he can also do in the Premier League. But hey, what can we say? Is the guys, players like that, they pick where they want to go to.
Yeah. They pick where they want to go to. And right now it's the 75th minute in all the matches being played. Now the 4 matches being played around the Europa League, and it is Ajax with 0, Union Berlin 0, Barcelona 1, Manchester United 2, Salzburg 0, Roma 0, Shakhtar Donetsk 2, and Rennes 1. That is the result so far. And I think so far we have 6 goals 3 goals in 2 matches. 3 goals in 2 matches. Over 2.5. Those who play Manchester United over 2.5, they should be celebrating now.
Of course.
And those who play Shakhtar Donetsk 2.5, they also should be celebrating.
Of course.
And those who play Ajax, Berlin under 1.5.
There are some prediction that is against the odds.
It's against the odds, yeah.
Yes, you don't just go for under 1.5.
Because a team like Ajax.
A team like Ajax that score goals, even Union Berlin.
Oh, that should be a carded offense. He dragged. Thank you. The referee has done that. He has given it because he dragged him back.
Yes,
he dragged his clothes.
Of course, he had to. He had to take one for the team because that's a run of play. That's a counter. If he leaves him like that, it can lead to a 3rd goal. So you just have to use it. If he doesn't draw him back,
you just have to sacrifice. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. He dragged him. Oh no. And why? That's a good yellow card because I said it before the referee pulled that card.
Of course.
There's a yellow card for Gavi against Fred.
Yeah. No, I will miss the next match. I will miss the next match. So, but hey, this game has been a showpiece.
A really showpiece. And let's talk about Rashford. We talked about him at the beginning of the match. Has he really met the expectation?
Of course he has. The 2 goals came through him.
Yeah.
And what more?
And they were from a very difficult angle. The both goals.
So you can see his impact. His impact has been massive. So that means you want to make Man U weep. Then remove Rashford from the game.
Remove Rashford from the game. So they have to cut supplies.
Not just cut supplies. No, they just have to mark him out. You understand what I mean? Just mark him out.
But that is where the tactics Ten Hag is playing has come to play. Because if you mark Rashford out, that is where Weghorst will come in.
It's about man mark. It's not as if 2 men.
Okay.
You just mark him.
Casemiro.
Just give there are some guys that they are good at man marking. Remember the playing days of Gattuso. When you man mark players out, you frustrate them on the field of play. They can easily get card because they get frustrated, and that's how it works. So it's just one of those things.
And it is like Barcelona will equalize. It is like Barcelona have equalized the goal, and it is 2-2 right now. The second goal coming from Lewandowski. We just talked about him, and he has represented himself. The assist came from Rafinha, and Lewandowski made the second goal.
Yeah, you see, I told you that the 2-1 is a slim lead, and the fixture is still open. So this game is turning up well. We're enjoying the show they are bringing up. And what can we say? After a long day, just watch this kind of match. They give you joy. They give you good football with your favorite drink beside you. Yeah. And you just watch football and enjoy.
Enjoying the football.
Yes.
So that's a beautiful one for Lewandowski. At least I just talked about him. I said that has he really lived up to the expectation because we expected him to score, and he has scored. And then, that was a beautiful. You say you didn't really know what Rafinha is playing. Look at the assist from Rafinha. He crossed the ball, and Lewandowski took the ball inside the net so easily.
He is very good at this kind of balls. Just give him the ball in the box, and he can hurt you. Lewandowski is a player that can hurt you. He can really, really hurt you. And before you know it, you are down. Man U was a bit walking away with all 3 points. And look at that misplaced pass. To who? Look at that misplaced pass.
Look at that. That's the cross. That's the cross.
See that?
In the front of Varane. At the front of Varane, just relax.
In fact, the ball, I don't think the ball touched Lewandowski.
He touched him, there was a contact. Look at it. It was him.
You see?
Oh, he didn't touch him. It was Rafinha's goal. But here they are giving it to Lewandowski. It was Rafinha's goal. That should be. Yeah. Oh, it has been changed. The goal was scored by Rafinha, assist by Koundé. Assist by Koundé, not Lewandowski. So Lewandowski is still here to score his goal.
Yes, of course. But if not for his movement,
Yeah.
that ball would have been clear.
Because there was no
So
contact
it
at the ball from that.
distracted
Yeah, it distracted them.
the-
And
the defender.
both. Another chance for. Oh, that was a beautiful one.
You know,
So
this
Rashford-
game is a very, very interesting game.
Very
They
interesting
keep
one.
you at the edge of your seat. And what can we say? Just enjoy the show.
Just enjoying the show. It is 2-2 Barcelona vs Manchester United. 2 goals from Barcelona, 2 goals from Manchester United.
And
And,
if
it
you-
is the 80th minute into the second half. We have 10 minutes more to the end of the match.
And if you look at the game, since when the coach brought in Christensen for Alonso
Yeah.
and Balde for Jordi Alba, then Ansu Fati for Kessie, they have been changed. You know, you just renew the blood
Yeah.
on the field and boom, they started playing better.
That is where coaches, and we have not seen any substitution from Manchester United. The 80th minute, and yet nobody, Ten Hag has not really substituted anybody.
When your first 11 are playing well, what can you do? That was a big chance, Rashford.
That was a wasted one, wasted chance. That was a wasted chance.
That was a wasted chance.
It appeared it was off, but when you look at the lines,
I think he
it
wanted
was
to hang
onside.
the ball.
Yeah. When you look at the line, it was onside. So let's go look what is happening. It's Shakhtar Donetsk 2, Reims 1, Salzburg 0, Roma 0, Barcelona 2, Manchester United 2, Ajax 0, Union Berlin 0.
That
is
was
it.
a good chance for Barcelona. They almost scored the third goal there. Due to look at the goal.
Oh, that was a good save. That was a good save from De Gea.
The gear. You know, I still wonder why Luis Enrique did not take De Gea to the World Cup. Because, you know, this kind of goalkeeper, they bring cover, they bring experience. De Gea on his day can be a reason why the team wins. Because if De Gea brings his class to play, all you can just do is marvel at what he will bring to the team. But I was surprised when he was omitted from even the provisional list for the World Cup. Well, it's like they wanted to start rebuilding, you know, going for the younger players.
Yeah.
But that led to him now, he's out of the Spain's national team. But I felt maybe they would have gone far if he had brought some experience with him. You know, the striker of Villarreal, he dropped that one. What is his name? Moreno, Gerard Moreno. He also dropped Sergio Ramos, one of their best centre back. You know, well, it's coaches sometimes, they see what we don't see.
Yeah, they see
But
what
I guess what he saw got them.
I think that is the first substitution for
Nothing from the World Cup.
not from the World Cup, for this very particular match. This is the first substitution Man U they are making.
They brought in Garnacho for Sancho.
Yes, they brought in the man.
Sancho has been quiet
Yes.
for most of the game. He has not been the Jadon Sancho we knew at Dortmund. But I just hope that Ten Hag can bring the best out of him.
Yeah. Hope Ten Hag can bring the best out of it. It is 2-2, and the battle is still on. Barcelona are trying to, I think this is their home. They deserve to win.
Not deserve, you have to play to win. You have to play
To win.
like a winner to win.
I think that's
Nobody is going to hand the
that's what they are doing right
on
now.
the
Because
platter of gold.
that's what they are doing, because you can see the substitute now.
It's just the urgency because time in it.
Yeah.
They are bringing in Ferran Torres. Rafinha is in this game. You shouldn't have removed him. I sense he's obsessed because he's in the game.
Because it was the scorer of the goal. Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy about the substitute.
He's not happy.
Look at him. He's protesting.
He's not happy. He's in the game. He's not happy that I was substituted.
He's not happy at all. He wants to.
Sometimes, when the game, you are feeling it, when the game is, you are in the game. When they substitute you, you just feel disappointed. It's natural.
Oh.
It's natural. So I don't blame him. But he has handled it with respect. And that people will not really complain about his behavior tomorrow on the pages of the newspaper.
But it's very obvious right now that he's not happy about it.
Journalists look for this kind of things to feed on. Yes, they want to sell stories. But he has handled it very well, even though he has showed that.
Is there another card for Casemiro?
Let's see. Let's see. That's a foul.
Is that a foul for Casemiro?
It's a foul against Casemiro, but I don't think it should be a yellow card. There's an infringement.
That's not a foul, because
it caught him.
Huh?
But it caught him.
The ball was in his leg, on his leg. He was the one holding the ball, and the other guy came.
He already lost the ball when that guy got. That guy didn't foul him before he got the ball. Before Casemiro could turn, he already stepped on the guy. So it's a free kick.
Free kick against Manchester United, just before the 18 box. And that's where sometimes we know some specialists in free kick. That's where we know Ronaldo. That's where we know, so many of them. Let's see whether it's a beautiful one.
These are the situation where one of the situations they miss Messi, the magician himself. When you see that Messi, and they are magician, that kind of free kick situation. A few years ago, when you remember the free kick he scored against Liverpool in the semi-final of the Champions League.
So crazy, so tricky play.
But Liverpool still came back to win and qualify for the final. So, it's football. It's still a long way to go. There's still second leg from Barcelona-Manchester United game. And there's still a lot to expect from the game. So,
and that is another free kick. That's another free kick. The pressure is now on Man U, because Barcelona is giving them high pressure. It's pressurizing them from all angles.
Of course, they'll be under pressure. Barcelona is at home. Camp Nou is a very huge stadium to go and play. 95,000 capacity.
Yeah.
So when the home fans roar, you will feel it. So, and when they are cheering their team like this, the team can come alive. And it's a team that is in form.
Oh! That would have been a goal! But the pole, it was the pole.
Of course. Of course. If not for the pole.
I told you the pressure is high, and any moment they will score. I think there is a goal in the matches being played so far. Salzburg has just scored Roma, and it is 1-0 in favor of Salzburg. This Jose Mourinho.
Look at that's a beautiful save from De Gea.
The pressure is high. That's another save again. The pressure is high. The pressure is high. Any moment they will score Manchester United.
Manchester United just need to soak the pressure. They have the players to do it. If I were Ten Hag now, I would bring in another ball marker.
Okay, I was talking about Salzburg. They just scored Roma at the 89th minute. And then Mourinho, I think this is where, Mourinho is one of the best coaches in the world. Yeah. But we are not seeing that right now.
Yeah, for you to be to keep that record going, that means you have to have some of the best players in the world. You cannot win when you don't have the best of the best quality. So that's just how it is. And that's how it works. That's how it works. That's how it works. So you just have to make it work. But Mourinho so far so good with the squad he has, with the quality they have in play. He's doing a good job so far. And I told you Salzburg is a very good team at top.
Yeah.
So that has worked a lot for them. And what can we say? They have taken the lead.
This man who is counter-attacking, and he has given it that to Rashford, who is there. Rashford has wasted time, and now you can see 7 defenders back on the line of Barcelona.
It's not his fault. Who will he pass to? Man U players are sat back. They don't want to lose the game. And on the norms, as an away team, you just want to settle at least. If you can get a draw away, then you just win at home. Yeah, home and dry.
All right, talking about Mourinho, I think it's like Mourinho want to come back to Chelsea for the 3rd spell. Is that possible?
Anything is possible in football. But for now, I think Bergdad and Todd Boehly are strongly behind Graham Potter, saying they should give them time. But, hey, it's a new regime in Chelsea. It's a new ownership. It's a new ideology and philosophy. So let's see how it goes. They came and started making it, nothing changed. But we can see that something is changing. Because if it was Abramovich, I don't think Graham Potter would be appointed in the first place. Talk less of still keeping his job at this time. But, hey, what can we say? They just took over the club. So let's see where they go from there.
What about Zidane for Chelsea?
All those big names, the names don't win football.
Yeah.
You have to find coaches that can do the job. Coaches that can do the job.
Yeah. But apart from the name, Zidane is a very good player. He's
a very good coach. But he has only been tested once in Real Madrid. La Liga is a different terrain from Premier League. Yeah. So, yes,
but he has won the Champions League back to back.
Yes, of course.
As a player, he won it. As a coach, he won it back to back to back.
You can win the Champions League and go to another club and fail in flying colors. So it's not a yardstick for a certain success. Yes, he has pedigree. Yes, he has history of success. But can he keep up? Can he continue in another league? Premier League football is a different thing entirely from La Liga. So that's how it is. Let's just see if they can do the magic.
All right. Regulation time is over. It's additional time that we are having in all the matches. All the regulation time, I think 4 minutes regulation time, and for Chelsea, Man U versus Barcelona is 4 minutes at a time. And the match between Shakhtar Donetsk versus Real has just come to an end, and it ended 2-1 in favor of Shakhtar Donetsk.
And I told you Shakhtar, they are good at home.
Yeah.
They always want to win their home games. But going away, let's see what will happen. It's just one. Shakhtar is an exciting team to watch. Very exciting. But today they've won. They celebrate. Let them savor the moment and wait for the next leg.
Yes, wait for the next leg. I think the match between Ajax and Union Berlin has come to an end, and it's goalless draw.
Yeah.
Goalless draw.
Yeah.
Is that a good result?
It's not bad. At least they didn't lose. Football now, I don't think home and away really counts anymore. Especially when they have chopped off that rule of away goal. So it's just like, let's play first and let's go and play second match again. So it's just the home court advantage whereby your fans are cheering you and a familiar ground to play on. Apart from that, it's field, it's grass that is laid there. And they can always come back in the second leg and surprise the opponent.
I think they have 2 minutes into the 2 minutes into
I think
the
they're on the 4th minute of the extra time.
yeah.
Still 2-2.
Still 2-2. Yeah, 40 minutes into the extra time, and Salzburg have 5 minutes into the extra time. And any moment from now, the referee is going to blow the final whistle, and it will be a good result for Manchester United because they were able to draw away, and they were able to score 2 goals against Barcelona in their own home.
Salzburg game has come to an end.
Oh, and Salzburg game has also come to an end. It's just Manchester United versus Barcelona that is remaining. And this should be the last touch. And the last touch is a counter from Manchester United. No, but they lost it.
You know, European football can be very interesting. Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans. This is the clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
You know,
it has been an interesting.
another one. Oh, a cross. Just the way they scored the first goal. A header, but he headed it outside the goal. And it's a goal kick. Oh, it's a corner kick. Corner kick against Manchester United. And remember, the first goal was...
has just come to an end. Barcelona, Manchester United.
Yeah.
And
But,
it's 2-2.
yeah, the goal has just come to an end. Barcelona versus Manchester United. 2 goals to each of the team. 2 to Barcelona, 2 to Manchester United. And that is the final result of the match. 2-2. So right now, what are your thoughts? What do you feel?
I think the game is balanced. In this kind of fixtures, most times it's best to ignore home or away. The 2 of them have the capacity to upset each other, either home or away. So
Yeah.
it's just, let's just go and see the second leg and see who will come out and be victorious. So it's still open. Any of the teams can go away with the result. It's so unfortunate that Manchester United had the opportunity to win, but they conceded later in the game. And, hey, what can we say? Football is a showpiece that we just have to enjoy.
Yeah, football is a showpiece that we have to enjoy. And we were expecting goal from Lewandowski, and Lewandowski was not able to score. I was expecting a goal from Weghorst, but he was not able to score. And I was expecting sweet defensive work from Casemiro. I think I got that because he did a very beautiful job. You know, I was expecting the Barcelona midfielders to control the midfield game, and I think we got that to some extent.
Yeah, of course. Those changes Xavi made were on point. Yeah. And the last few minutes of the game, they really took the game to Manchester United. But Man U was just lucky to see a draw at Camp Nou. Because the second leg, there's still so much and a lot to play for.
Right. And the second leg, they'll be coming back. They'll be coming to Old Trafford for the second leg, and you know, Manchester is going to use everything to fight them because they were relaxed in this very particular match, and they were able to score 2 goals in the second half, which we are known for.
They scored 2 goals in the second half, but this result has nothing to do with the second leg because it's not as if anything won, and it's not as if the away goal will still count. So it depends on the tactical approach of each of the managers at the second leg and the playing form of the teams. So let's see. Next week is the second leg, and let's see what will happen.
So, talking about the officiating, the match has just come to an end. How will you rate this?
The officiating has been fantastic. The referee did a great job. I'll score him in 95%. So he did a good job. 95%.
And let us look at the statistics of the match between Barcelona. It ended. Let's look at the possession. The statistics. Possession for Manchester United is 42. For Barcelona is 58. Goal attempt, 18 for Barcelona, 17 for Manchester United. Shot on goal, 7 for Barcelona and 5 for Manchester United. Shot off goal, 8 for Barcelona, 7 for Manchester United. Block shot, 3 for Barcelona, 5 for Manchester United. Corner kicks, 8 for Barcelona and 5 for Manchester United, offside 1 for Manchester United, goal saved by goalkeeper 5 for Manchester United and 3 for Barcelona. I think so far it was a balanced game.
Very balanced.
Very balanced game.
Very balanced. The ball possession can be predicted.
No.
Yeah, because one is a possession-based side, and the other is an counter-attacking based side. So
All right.
it's just a beautiful.
So before we go, who is the Premier Sports Fan Center man of the match for today?
For me, the Premier Sport Fan Center man of the match should be Rashford.
Yeah, I agree with you. Rashford did a very fantastic job. He scored the first goal and also, made effort for the second goal. It was his effort that brought the second goal, and it's spectacular. So that is how far we can go for today. This is Premier Sport. We want you to stay tuned with us on Saturday as we bring to you the features lined up, and we are going to cover up matches: Aston Villa versus Arsenal, Brentford versus Crystal Palace, Brighton versus Fulham, Chelsea versus Southampton, Everton versus Leeds, Nottingham versus Manchester City, Wolves versus Bournemouth. Those are the features for Saturday. Stay tuned with us on Saturday and we'll come live to cover up all this match. For now, it is bye from us.
There are 2 chances, just as you said. Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball that he could have scored. At least you could have given, even if he didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the 2 London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I just go to my this account. Chelsea has so many substitutes. Bench win matches. We're not talking about your starting 11. Now we have 2 starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's not about 2. Let my 2 and 3 come back. Anybody can. Anybody will collect from Chelsea. Anybody will collect. This season may be awful, but I'm telling you.
Next season.